Welcome, everybody. Just to introduce you guys to the president of Atheists in Kenya. This is Harrison Mumia. You need to unmute yourself, Harrison. There we go. I'm so glad to meet you, Harrison. Yeah, I mean, I've been following Atheists in Kenya for a while now, and you guys do amazing work. I'm really very happy to finally meet you and to introduce African atheists to our group here in Cape Town.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm really glad to be here. I'm glad to be on this show. And I'm excited. I would like to share as much information as possible about the experiences for the Atheists in Kenya Society in Kenya. So I am Harrison Mumia, the current president of the Atheists in Kenya Society. And yeah, we are actually the only registered atheist society in Kenya right now. We were registered by the government in 2016. So we are trying our best to promote the growth and interaction of Kenyan atheists. We've received a lot of publicity because, the whole concept of atheism is actually very strange to Kenyans. A lot of Kenyans are trying to come to terms with the idea that there are some Kenyans who don't believe in God. So we get a lot of media coverage, which is helping in driving public conversation on the whole issue surrounding the existence of God, questions around origin of life, and this kind of thing. So we've done very well in the area of eliciting public debate on this whole question. And as I've said, Kenyans are still trying to understand exactly, who we are, because the whole idea that there are some Kenyans who have publicly come out to deny the existence of God is a very, very, strange phenomenon in Kenya. At least in this country, we've never seen that. So this is the society which I'm driving, and I'm happy with where we are right now.
Excellent. Yeah. That's one thing I think, all atheist groups can learn from atheists in Kenya is just your strong focus on community building. I see you guys do a lot of events. You do a lot of Zoom meetings with your members, generally, from my experience, atheist groups, online are just message boards for memes. So yeah, I really enjoy seeing that aspect of your community, especially, and people are very engaged in the community as well.
Yeah. One of the things, we started off just like many other atheist groups way back in 2014 all the way to 2016. It was just about memes and the usual stuff that atheists normally do on social media. When we got registered, the government wanted us to have a very specific agenda. So the government would not just register an organization whose work is just to throw around memes. So we had to sit down and agree on exactly what do we want to do as atheists. So we came up with 7 objectives. These are the ones which we presented to the government of Kenya, and one of them is, of course, promoting science. The other is promoting skepticism, promoting the general acceptance of atheists in Kenya, which is a big objective for us. And so the government looked at the objectives. They did not have a problem with them because we were not going against any laws or creating insecurity, in Kenya. So they approved those objectives. And so yes, so while of course once in a while we do throw around memes, but the important thing here, we want to have conversations that challenge existing beliefs, conversations that challenge existing positions, and a public conversation on certain issues. Some of the issues we are proposing are even touching on our constitution. We have a progressive constitution in Kenya. However, we have a government that is still, conservative. We have a president who leans a lot towards, religious views and this kind of thing. Yet our constitution is actually a secular constitution.
Right.
So
right.
we see our role as also promoting secularism, and you will see that we move to court. Sometimes we have to move to court to have some of these things deliberated and courts. Yeah.
No, that's very interesting. You'll find that South Africa is also in the same position where our constitution is extremely secular. Like there's they call it a nation of rainbows. Everybody needs to have their place in the sun. So but the religious people are very quick to discriminate against people of not only other religion, but also people of no religion whatsoever. So it's a very interesting interesting time in Africa, especially, where all these positions are being challenged, and it's not only happening in Kenya, it's also happening here in South Africa. I've heard of some cases in Mozambique as well, where, people are not taking this lying down. No, the days of religion being in power is over, It's over. It's about time, yeah. And
I think we are going through what are called African Renaissance.
Yes.
We are going through I was saying that I think we are going through some sort of African Renaissance, some sort of awakening. Even the religious people are starting to question their own beliefs. And, I've met a lot of religious people who, they still believe in a deity, a God. However, they don't believe in, pastors and what the pastors tell them. They don't go to church. We have a large population in Kenya that does not actually practice religion, but they do believe, but they don't practice. So we are, I think, going through a period that the Europeans went through in the 19th century. And in Africa, of course, now you're seeing a rise of organized non-religious or secular movements. And, for the atheists in Kenya, again, we have a lot of registered, and even, once other organizations that are not necessarily registered across Africa, people are organizing around secularism, humanism, and such concepts across the continent. So I think we are seeing a change, a wave of change across the continent, which was originally very deeply religious and spiritual, but we are seeing a lot of challenge of some of these positions.
And tell me, Harrison, the mosques, in Nairobi, have they gone quiet yet? Or are they still making a noise?
We have a petition. So we have in Kenya, what we have is we have institutions that are supposed to take care of noise pollution. These are institutions whose mandate is actually to monitor and regulate the noise in public. We are having a problem in Kenya where some of these institutions are not really doing their work. And so as a society, while we actually petitioned them to have some of these religious institutions stop emitting the noise that they do, and we have a lot of people complaining about this, both the churches and the mosques. we have a failure on the part of the institutions that are supposed to do this. Yeah. So our hands are currently very tied. We cannot petition Parliament to do this. The police are not able to help us, but we are hoping that a time will come when we will be able to end the noise pollution associated with religious groups, because it's actually a menace. And if you look at Kenyans are suffering, especially in some of these in urban, semi-urban kind of settlements in Nairobi and its environs, in places where we have low-income earners. Churches and mosques set up, and they really disturb the population around those areas, because they are really very close to those settlers, and it's really very, very disturbing. And they have complained to us. Even the religious groups are complaining. Religious people are writing to us emails telling us, Atheists in Kenya, how far are you with your complaints on the noise? Because we are still being disturbed. And we tell them, we have told the authorities to do something. They're not doing it. We don't have the capacity to do it. So that is where we are. And I hope that, Dean, let me just tell you, change does not come easily. Change is not something that's, we expect us to just bring it about very easily. So we are just taking a step at a time as well.
Exactly. Yeah. But that's one thing that that I really love about you guys is you don't take nonsense. You don't take nonsense from them. If there's something to do, you guys are there complaining, going through the process. But as I was saying, the time when religion is in power is over. Atheists all over the world are organizing, and we're becoming, a strong resistance to people who just used to walk all over everybody, because they think that because they are many, that they are strong. And they're realizing it's not the case. There's resistance now.
Yeah, I think one of the things that I like about the Atheists in Kenya society is that for the last 4 years, ever since we got registered, now going to 5 years, it has now become normal for Kenyans to talk about atheists. It's no longer something that is strange. Kenyans are slowly coming to terms with the idea that people exist who don't believe in God. And the last census that was done in Kenya was done in 2019, and for the first time, they polled atheists and found that we have almost 1 million atheists. Or people who identify as atheists in Kenya. So this is the first time you're also seeing, this is the first time you are seeing a national poll that is actually, looking at how many atheists are there. So because of our registration, because of our publicity, because of the fact that we are now having public conversations, the government saw it fit to actually find out how many atheists exist. And I think that is one of the big wins out of the registration of our society, which I'm very, really proud about.
Yes. Excellent. Yeah, I mean, I'm really inspired by you guys because, not only are you atheists, you're also humanists. For example, I've learned through you guys of Idris. You guys are sponsoring him and getting him through school, and it's very, gratifying to see atheists making a difference in the world. And it's not only, especially in Africa, because people hear the word atheist and they think it's this room full of old white men sitting there smoking cigarettes and talking about atheism, but we are here, we are real people, and I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys still gonna do, because lots of victories and lots of challenges lie ahead.
Yeah, so I just wanted
there you go, you're back now.
I wanted to just thank you in particular for helping us to support this child. There's a child who we are supporting to go to school as a society. And one of the things I like about this is that it is at least making Kenyans realize that morality, the idea of being good, has nothing to do with belief in God, which is one of the things that the Kenyan society has widely held, that for you to be good, you have to be good only when you believe in God. So when this story hit the news, we were really, really happy that the media also was able to highlight this, that there are atheists who are actually helping a child to go to school by paying his school fees. So on behalf of the society, I just want to also thank you for your support, the support you have been giving us with regard to the support for this child. So thank you very much. And we really appreciate here in Kenya.
Sure, yeah. No, that's great to hear, Harrison. Yeah, I think, you know, this is a good introduction for people to meet you, and I'm going to put links to your WhatsApp group and everything in the description of this video. So if people want to find out more, they can reach out to you guys and interact with you directly.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, Harrison. Take care, my friend.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
From Nairobi. Bye-bye.